Me,
Yeah. You swear you're who that says you are?
That's me. I
All
swear.
right. Then we don't have
Mr. Bayless, you should be seeing a pop-up on your screen. It says ask to start video or something like that.
Start my video. It just came up. There it is.
There you are. Georgia, same for you.
I know, I'm looking for it. I've never had this happen. So, oh, there we
There
are.
we
you
go.
are.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so I think everybody's on. We can go ahead and get started. It's 10 o'clock. I guess won't take but a minute. All right, Chambers County Probate Court coming to order. Start with 17 CPR 00078, the study Danny Maxine Gardner. Ms. Clapper, Mr. Bayless, you're up. Ms. Clapper, you may.
Yes, I filed a motion for
I say,
non-suit.
Hang on just a minute. Let me go ahead. Anybody that's going to testify this morning, please raise your right hand. We'll swear y'all in at once.
I also have Donna Fraser here, and she's on my link, but I don't see her picture up there either. She has a separate pad. She's over here in the corner behind me.
Oh, I see her. All right,
That's
she's got her
good.
hand raised. Let's swear her in.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're giving in this case is true and correct, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Now, Ms. Clapper, please proceed.
Your Honor, I filed a motion for non-suit based upon discovering facts where the will was in the possession of my applicant in July of 18, which would have been timely had they gone forward to file it at that time. So based upon the section 256, we are filing the motion to non-suit.
I'm
With
going
your
to
approval.
that, Your Honor.
Of just our application.
I
Do you object,
filed
Mr. Bayless?
pardon me.
All right, say it again, Mr. Bayless.
I filed a motion to dismiss on March 26th, which predates Ms. Clapper's motion for non-suit. And my motion to dismiss includes an order that dismisses it for prejudice, with prejudice, because there were two different statutes of limitations that barred it from being entered. The 2-year statute forbids a collateral attack on a will that's already been admitted. And the will was admitted in 2017. Also, the 4-year statute of limitations against a letters testamentary for any will that's offered 4 years or longer after the death of the decedent. And so I'm requesting that my order, which was filed with that, be granted, dismissing the suit with prejudice, because there's a piece of land over in Mississippi that's also a question, and that would be important to that.
All right, Ms.
It's
Clapper.
discretionary with the judge, whichever one or you want to sign is fine.
So
Did you hear me?
I filed
I've seen
for
orders. I don't see them in my queue. Are they in here, Melinda? You're muted, Melinda.
Mine is.
Oh, I find them.
Yes, sir,
One.
Judge. It's in there a little bit further down. I had put it in your queue earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, and if not, I can resend it to you. Both of them.
Okay, so Ms. Clapper filed a motion to non-suit without prejudice. Mr. Bayless, you filed a motion to dismiss with prejudice, correct? Did I get that right?
That's correct.
yes, sir.
All right, I will take a look at those
Right.
after we have this hearing. Is there anything else either one of you want to say on that?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Bayless?
No, sir. I made my case.
Okay, I'll take a look at them afterwards and make a decision. All right, thank you both. Cause number
Thank you.
21 CPR 0024, the state of Spencer Gun Smith.
Now be excused, Your Honor.
You may be, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Trent, Mr. DeVenzio,
Morning, Judge.
good morning, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. You may proceed, sir.
Ma'am, if you would state your complete name.
Gloria Marie Smith,
And Ms. Smith, we're here today to probate the will of your husband. Is that correct?
correct?
And we have taken a look at a copy of his will earlier this morning. Can you confirm that that is your husband's signature?
Yes, it is.
And it's dated February 27th of 2012. To your knowledge, was this will ever revoked after he signed it? And there have been no other marriages by Mr. Smith after 2012. Is that correct? This morning, we reviewed this document called Proof of Death and Other Facts. Were all the facts contained on this document true and correct?
Yes.
And are you ready and willing to sign this confirming that? You would sign with all three names? Judge, we have my paralegal here who's a notary who is prepared to notarize the signature if necessary.
Okay. All right, any more testimony?
Just one, Judge.
Good.
And ma'am, this is an oath that we've reviewed this morning. Are you willing and ready to sign this oath, telling the court that you're willing to serve as the executor?
Yes, sir.
If you would sign with all three names, please. Judge, I have no further questions.
All right, hereby meant the will to probate as letters. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too. Cause number 21 CPR 0035, the state of Georgia, Carrie Skinner Jr., Ms. Clapper. You may proceed, ma'am.
Is your name Pamela? Thank you, Judge. Is your name Pamela Simpson Skinner?
Yes,
And were you the wife and, well, the widow now of George Carey Skinner Jr.?
yes,
And was George Carey Skinner a resident of Chambers County for 6 months prior to his death?
yes,
And you are familiar with and he died on April 6th of 2017?
Yeah.
And you are familiar with his will? You found his will?
yes,
And that will is now before the court. I'm going to show you the last page of this. You recognize his signature?
Yes.
Together with a Roberta Bradford and a Richard Lee in the presence of a notary public, Kristen Bickerstaff.
yes,
And this will was not revoked after he signed it on June the 22nd of 2016.
No.
All right. 4 years have not elapsed since the date of the filing of the application to probate the will and his death in 2017. We're actually right on time.
right,
All right. Now, the will in it names you to serve as executor and to fulfill the duties that he has asked you to do for him in light of his death. And you're willing to do that?
yes.
You're not under any type of criminal charge or any
Oh,
other.
no.
So nothing that prevents you from being able to serve as the executor. The will does say, and the proof of death, which you have signed and is filed before the court, sworn to in front of the notary, states that the number of marriages, the children that were born during those marriages, but were adopted by another person. And the will says in the will that he did not intend for those now adopted out children to receive anything.
Correct.
But he does list those, the person, in fact, it gives everything to you.
Right.
Right. And he did not revoke it or change it in any manner after he signed it and before his death.
No.
Okay, there's no church, political, or any other entity that received anything in the will. You're the sole beneficiary.
I'm the sole beneficiary.
All right. That Here is your oath, and you have just been sworn, and you're willing to assume the powers and the responsibility of the independent executor without bond or the need of an appraiser. You're asking the court to approve the will, grant you letters testamentary today. Is that correct? Correct. Now, there's also waivers of appearance that have been signed by every person named in the will as an heir. And that has been filed with the court before today. Waiver of service and appearance. That's all, Your Honor.
All right, everybody, Mr. Will of probate and authorized letters. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, moving on to 21 CPR 0036, the state of line Wayne Gilbert. Good morning, Mr. Zabranick.
Good morning, Judge. Can you hear me?
Yes, and you may proceed, Counsel.
Gracie, state your name for the record.
Gracie Lee Gilbert.
And Miss Gilbert, is it true that you were married to one Lon Wayne Gilbert? Is that correct?
Yes,
And he passed away on July 31st, 2020 in Chambers County.
yes,
And y'all have a house there on Indian Drive. Is that correct? Indian Trail?
yes,
And basically he has property consists of house, land, some livestock and stuff like that. That has a probable value of over $7,000.
Thank you.
Now, this is a medium of the title because y'all, Mr. Gilbert died without debt. Is that correct? Everything is paid for and there's no need for administration. And you're asking this court to admit this will to probate as a medium of the title.
Yes.
Now, before that, have you seen your husband's signature many times?
Yes.
And is that his signature on this copy of this will?
Yes.
And in this will, he named you the sole beneficiary under that will. Is that correct?
yes,
And with that, are you asking this court to admit this will into probate as a medium of the title?
yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you, Counselor. Everybody admits the will to probate as a muniment of title.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get that e-filed for you.
Yes, sir. Have a good day,
Thank you, Judge.
both of you. All right, cause number 21 CPR 0037, the state of Gene Henderson. Good morning, Mr. Fuller.
Good morning, Judge. I have Ms. Pickard as the witness, and she's been sworn. May I proceed?
You may proceed, Counselor.
Ms. Pickard, would you state your name for the court?
Linda Pickard.
And you are the applicant and the sole beneficiary of the will of Gene Henderson, is that correct?
Yes,
And he died in Chambers County on January the 1st, 2021, at the age of 79 years, is that correct?
that's correct.
And obviously, 4 years have not elapsed since the date of his death.
Right.
And the date of his time of his death, he was a resident domicile here in Chambers County.
Yes,
This document, which I have a copy of, the original which has been filed with the court, is that the signature of the decedent, Gene Henderson?
yes, it is.
And Your Honor, we'd ask the court take judicial notice of the original will, which has been filed with the court.
Yes, sir.
And that document, which is dated October 24th, 2019, was never revoked. Is that correct?
That's correct.
There were no children born or adopted after the execution of the will.
That's correct.
The decedent did not have a marriage that was dissolved after the execution of the will.
That's correct.
And the will does not name the state, a governmental agency of the state, or a charitable organization as a beneficiary.
Right.
You are named to serve as an independent executor, and to your knowledge, there's no reason why you would be disqualified. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to admit the will to probate. It's a non-taxable estate. Ask the court to waive the appraisers.
So done.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right,
Judge,
ma'am.
I'll go ahead and put that, I'll put that other order in your queue so you can look at both of them, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.